Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 for Series 1. Last time out we created the first line. I showed you my tips for creating the first line, the first route. We went for a freight line. We started supplying the city of Concord, or the town of Concord, with some food. So we've got a grain train that's just gone past. Grain train, okay. Find one of the Baldwin 6 wheels. That's about to drop off some goods. We've got the farm in the distance. You might just be able to see it in the distance, sort of in the middle, almost in the middle of your screen. That's where the grain's coming from, and the food processing plant is just behind us. From there we have the town of Concord over to the right hand side of the actual screen, but slightly out of view. Today we're going to be making this route more efficient, and we're going to try and figure out if we can get Concord to grow and start becoming one of the major cities on this game. However, before we roll to the intro, I need to check out what that Easter egg is. So let's have a quick look. Nothing to see here. I suppose that's true. Let's roll the intro. Okay, so whilst this is playing, we're going to have a look here at line statistics, and you can see here that Concord Food is losing money, whilst Concord Farms, which are the 3 trains, are making money. Now they're making about 380,000, while Concord Food is losing money. This is where we need to learn about efficiency, and the actual efficiency of these lines. So what do we have here? We have 7 food waiting, and we have this that can carry 4. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But we do have we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 on its way. Now if we have a look, by the time these two pick this up, that train may just arrive. And with that train just arriving, you can also see that with the lights off, this shows that this processing plant is not actually being used. You can see there, stored 0, so we don't have enough food going in. So this is all about efficiency. Though we're making a lot of money on this, we're losing money here because we do not have enough food to go to and fro, or technically to. This is going to be a prime example right here. That one's picked up 4. This is not going to be full. This one here is not going to be full. We'll fast forward a little bit. There you go. That's only got 3. Now here comes the train. This is not going to be full. As a matter of fact, that's just gone with nothing. That train's just dropped this off. We have 17. We had 20. We had 21. We now have 17. That's only giving us 1. So you see here what the trouble is. That's the problem we have. Now what we need to do is we need to find a gap to clone one of these trains, because to improve efficiency what we need to do is we need to ensure that more grain is going to the food processing plant, so we need to make sure that things are going faster. Though the route is making money, as I said, this one is not making enough money, or in many a case it has been making a loss. And you can see here a number of them actually have not even had a chance to change their cargo type out, because they haven't had the chance to carry it. On the same token, if you look at Concord, we've got 19 of 34. So we still need more. We still definitely need more. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this train. Now this is really easy. We can just go configure vehicle, and we can go for clone vehicle. Clone selected vehicle, and that should create another one. Oh, no depot found. Depot right there. What do you mean no depot found? We have a depot. What? Error, no depot found. Well, that's supposed to be easy. I think I know what it is. It's this. Just out of curiosity, I think it might be this. Goes all the way across. Now if I tried it, it might let it happen. Error, no depot found. Okay, well, that's supposed to work. Fortunately, it doesn't. I shall just buy another vehicle then. We're going to add one of them with 3 of them. 870 is what it's going to cost us. Now what we need to do is we need to be quite careful here as to when we release it. As you can see, we've got a train about to enter the block. We need to work out which train, where it's going to be safe. That one's gone through that block. I have a feeling we should have moved this further up. In fact, I am going to move it further up. I'm going to move it here. Whilst I'm waiting, this is all about efficiency. Nope, see, I got that wrong. I'm going to move that further up. And I'm going to delete that signal there. And indeed that signal there. That's a bit more central. So that goes through that block. Now as soon as that is through this block here, we should be okay. However, what we could do is we could buy the vehicle, buy it, and send it out on the line, and it shall wait. You can see that out it comes, but it shall be waiting, which is great. No problems whatsoever with this thing waiting. So, you'll notice now we have minus 4,000 in our bank account, and our earnings have absolutely plummeted. If we click on this, you'll notice that, look at that, we've just had a massive hit. We thought we were doing okay, and then we've just absolutely plummeted. This is absolutely fine. The reason we've plummeted is simply because that is where we just bought the vehicle. So we're losing a lot of money, but that's only because we bought the vehicle. Now, we have a 5 million loan. So indeed we need to make all that money back somehow to ensure that we can pay that loan back. Because the loan accrues interest and you have to pay that 75,000 all the time, I think. Is that what it is? 75,000, there you go. It's no good. It's no good. So we do need to ensure that that happens. I'm just trying to work out what these dates mean. First 50 to fourth 50. 5th to 7th. 8th to 10th. Ah, okay, we're going to do August to October, then we'll do October to December, that's fine. I think. I don't know how this is going to work. It may need to rethink that. Okay, so we've got a train here that's leaving. That's actually going to have to wait now. But that's absolutely fine. This one's going to be through the block very soon, because that train's already through too. So if we fast forward, you see that one's waiting. There we go. Now we have a train we have trains through every block. Why are you waiting? Wait, what did you wait for? Hang on a tick, what are you waiting for? What and why did you... Oh. Of course, that's why you waited. Because apparently, this makes complete sense. It does not. It does not make complete sense. It never does, and it never will. What we need to do is we need to get rid of that somehow. Now, unfortunately, at this moment in time, we cannot, due to the lack of money. So the only thing I can do is show you guys another tip. What we could do is we can pop down a waypoint, which should be free. Let's say the waypoint's down there. Or we can make it specifically go through or past the signal, which is what I'm going to do. So Concord Farm, add station, that signal. There you go. Now it will guaranteed go through that. Now that might have ruined a lot of things. In fact, that has. because everything got a little bit blocked. So that did ruin a lot. Annoyingly. Okay, so that's brought 126. Now, obviously we are down on money here. How is this going to help us, you might ask? Well, we have increased the number of food items that will be available. So there's 4 right there. Now this one is going to pick up, unfortunately, probably only 3. And I think it may have just picked up 2. Just 2. Because we've run out again. But here comes another train. So this is the idea. We should have trains coming in quite often. Why are all the trains doing that? Do they not understand the new line? I'm slightly concerned about these trains. Do they not understand the new line? Yes, they do. No, they do. Because that wouldn't have happened otherwise. Okay. So now if we have a look, you can see we are losing massive amounts of money. And you're probably wondering, well, how was that useful in any which way? This is how it was useful. Because though we're losing money here, not making as much as we once did, we are going to be able to create more food. As you can see, we now have food waiting. Is that one of ours coming back? That is. So we've got 4 that is guaranteed to pick up. Then we've got another 4, another 4, another 4. And this should give us enough food to be processing for a while. We now have 9. There you go. 10. So ideally we need 4, 8, 12, 16. We need 20 ideally. Now we need 16. Here comes another train though. We need 12. Currently we have 5. Okay, so far every single one we've been watching, every single road vehicle has gone out of this depot or gone out of this truck stop full. And that's important. This might be the first one not to. I think this is going to be the first one that does not. But that's okay. So we managed to get a lot going through that were absolutely full. What does this have? That's full as well. 1, probably 2, 3. I think I saw 3 on that. So as you can see, this is how we improve our efficiency. And obviously this is still not as efficient as we want. We are going to have to further improve the efficiency, but we do not have the money to actually do so. So this is where it becomes slightly grindy, and we have to sort of play it for a while, wait for a while. But in that waiting, we can plan things. So we've got our food route there, that's fine. How is Concord? Concord's actually growing. Concord is growing. I feel like I should be able to relocate this. And I want to relocate. Can I relocate in here? This seems like a reasonable place to relocate. Or not. Fine. There. There we go. I've relocated. I now live here. What's a complete rubbish headquarters. Doesn't look bad. Does not look bad. How's Concord looking anyway? So we've got 38 or 48, so we do need more food still. But Concord is growing. It's now at 146 residents. or 148 actually, it's stabilized at 148. But if we have a look at the cities, it still isn't the biggest. But it has brought itself up. So by the end of this episode, I want it to be somewhere up here. Perhaps under Huntsville, if we can do such a thing. And of course, all of that is merely due to the amount of food going in. And you can see that our earnings are now working once again. So we are starting to make a profit. You can see right there, we are making profits all the way through. But this is still not as efficient as I would like it to be. So what can we do now to make it more efficient? Well, we could add more trains, but that's extremely costly. Alternatively, we could increase the number of carriages per train. Now that is a much more suitable way of going about it in this case. The reason being is that to add a single carriage on, if we have a look here, have a look at that, about 200k. About 200k to add a single carriage, that adds 7. To add, now we've got 4 vehicles, so that's going to cost us, what is that going to be? 812, 800 and about 816,000 thereabouts, 815,700 or something like that. It's going to cost us that much to put 4 vehicles on this. To buy a brand new train is with the 3 is also going to cost us almost the same amount. In fact, it's going to be a little bit more. However, that's only going to give us an additional 21, whilst having 4 of these will give us an additional 28. So we have to counter that. In addition to that, we only have in the current configuration space for 4 trains to be running at once. If we have more than 4 trains running, it will not work. You can see already we have areas where we've got stops. So you see, this one is about to pull out, but this has to stop and wait. So we still have this issue. Which means adding another train on this is not going to improve its efficiency. So that's how I decide what I want to add and how I want to add it. The next problem. How are we going to actually go ahead and do this? Because to do this we need to bring things back into the depot. Well, the only way we can bring it back into the depot is supposed to be after that. Unfortunately, the depot's the wrong way. So this is going to cause us some potential issues. I didn't think about this. I did not think about this at all. But we are going to need to somehow bring trains back into a depot. Now we could just wait for them to cross there and then turn them back in to the depot. That's a possibility. But we can't let them go to the depot whilst their trains are full. That's a big no-no. Because if we do that, we're going to lose a lot of value. Wait, Easter egg time. What we got? What do we have? Something mysterious. Okay. What's the profits looking like on this? 113k profit. Or 113k current profit. What about this one? Ooh, you've lost money. Is that just this month? Maybe that's just this month. I don't know. Might be. Not entirely sure. Something I have to look into. There's a lot of things about Transport Fever 2 that I'm still getting used to. Still learning. I think that might be over the course of a month. Or a period. 2 months maybe. Maybe over that period. I don't like that. I wish it could do it every 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I suppose it does do it every 3 months, but for some reason it's got something wrong. Okay. So like I said, we need to work on improving the quality of this, but we do have some being stored, which is not bad. But you can see here we still don't have maximum efficiency. So here we go. This is where we need to start taking things into account. The next train that goes out, we're going to have it go there, turn around, come back. And we're going to use that, and that's going to be the first one. Train 3 is going to be the first one. Nothing to see here. Right. And stop. We'll pause this. We will turn it around. We will make it go to the depot. There we go. Alright, that's in the depot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this train, edit vehicle, add one of them. It's going to cost us 203,000. We will do that and we will send you on your merry way. Off you go. Okay, we haven't lost a massive amount of time on this, but we have lost time. You can see that because that train now has to wait. But it's not a huge loss. There we go. We're still okay. By the time that train goes through, this train should not have to stop. Okay. So this train can now carry 28. This is going to be our first test train. To see what it can handle. Still got a lot that needs to be taken across. And we'll take a look at what the previous trains make. So we'll have a look at what the other trains make, and then we'll see how the increase of 7 on each one of them, so an increase of 28, what kind of effect that's going to have on the processing plant. Of course, we also have to take into account the slowdown on the train. So that makes 126,767. So about $127,000 is what that one makes. Here comes our new train, which seems to be chugging along at 25 miles per hour. Okay, so it's acceleration that perhaps we need to be a little bit wary of. But aside from that, it can keep its speed. I'm going to assume that this thing's going to make about 160, 170-ish. 160, yeah, there you go, 170,000 or 169,000 right there. And of course that gives us 28, which gives us more stored there, which is always a good thing. And that in turn enables us to make more of a profit on this route, as you can see. So let's find out. This has 2 left and another vehicle's just come in. It now has nothing, but another train has just arrived. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that train and pop that one into the depot. So this is the next one to go to the depot, and we're going to do... Oh, we can't because we don't have the money for it. Good thing I noticed that. That would have been a waste of time. So we do have to keep an eye on money. It did say 203k. It was 203k for one of them. So we need to ensure that we have over 203k to be able to upgrade these trucks, lorries. Trucks, trains, that's it, trains, thank you. Add gondolas. Okay, still don't have 203k. This one might do it, train 4 might be able to do it. Come on, train 4. Oh, train 4 might not be able to do it. We may have to wait one more round. That's 267. That's brought us down to 213. It might be possible. No, 207. That's not possible. By the time we turn that train around, get it in there, and let's see if it was going to be possible. That would have turned and it would have been back in now. There you go. See? Okay. That one's going to help us though. You can see we're stored 1. And now we have 27 in there. That's what I like to see. That right there is what I like to see. Now we're making over 300k on this. And remember, this is just the first line of many. And we've literally just started this tiny section. We have this entire map to start having a look at. And I need a block nose that I need to fix. So I have a block nose I need to fix. Alright, I think it's a suitable time to do this. Who are you? Train you. No. I want you to go to the depot. Come on. There we go. Into the depot you go. Quickly now. Don't waste time. Add another one of those. There you go. Modify and send you on your merry way as well. You'll just wait for one of them. It should be okay. Okay, go quickly. Look at, we're running out of money. We are running out of money. So what we now have is 3, 4, 3, 4. So there's a 4, a 3, a 4, and a 3 right there. Okay. Well, that dropped off and made a nice amount of money for us. That's now going to have to wait. But it shouldn't be waiting too long. That one's through. That one now moves. As that moves, now you move. Hopefully you don't have to wait. You might have to wait. You don't have to wait. Fantastic. Did you actually slow down? You did not. Okay, so now we have 2 sets of 28. So now we've increased by 14. We've certainly increased by 14. And we've just got to see what this increase of 14 does for everything. And you can also see that that is actually improving. Also, we're at the end of this episode, aren't we? So let's find out. 161. Where does that put you? It puts us exactly where I wanted us to be. So underneath Huntsville. That's good. That's really, really good. So that's good growth for us. And you can see that we're almost meeting the demand here, but we've got a little bit of issues with emissions. And there's not much we can do about that. So what we really have to do is we have to try and make sure that the emissions are worth, or I think this is noise emissions, all of it is worth actually what we have. Right, now I think we're maxing out. Yeah, at this point we are now maxing out. You can see there we have 50 of 49. We are now certainly maxing out. So, right now all we need to do is let this run, and that's exactly what I'm going to do between episodes 2 and 3. I'm going to let this run until probably July of this year. See how much money we make. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Tron Sports Fever. Oh, I like that camera view. Where's that camera gone? There we go. I changed to a 55mm. No, let's go for the classic 35mm one. There we go. It was quite like that. We'll just wait for the next train to come along. Take some pictures from there. Maybe it's better to. No, I think that's. There we go. That's probably better. So I'm just going to leave this running as so. If you did like this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, complete with the notification bell to see more episodes. Also, Don't forget to leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, and if you have ordered Transports Fever 2 and what you're looking most forward to doing. If you have any ideas for the series, please do also let me know, and I'll see what I can do. If you really do enjoy my content, do consider supporting me on Patreon. www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out, particularly the way YouTube is currently going. And also you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in Transports Fever 2.